Hello. Hi, Aunt Bex. Becky. How you doing? You'll be on at 1:30. And then hi, Mariah. Good to see you. Good afternoon to you. Okay, you're gonna go on at 1? Okay. All right. I'm okay. I'm getting there. I was down for a while. My, you know, aches and pains, sometimes known as old age. Hi, Tina. But I'm feeling pretty good today, which is good because I have to put my thinking cap on because I've got to play bridge later or attempt to play bridge. It's getting harder. Hi, Mary Lou. How are things in Wisconsin? No, just kidding. You know what I mean. Riverside. Riverside? The other side? Yeah. I enjoyed watching you guys yesterday. No, not yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Was it yesterday? Sunday? And there's Marguerite from beautiful British Columbia. Speaking of British Columbia, there was something that popped up. It was like a geography thing about the 49th parallel and how there's this little thing that dips that's in the United States. Is it Fort Roberts or Port Roberts? It's one of those little like geography trivia things, which I didn't know about. I mean, I know initially they wanted, I mean, way back, they wanted the boundary to be the 54th parallel, but it ended up at the 49th. But then it took a zig dip down or something, and part of basically BC would be in the United States. Hi, Christopher. How are you? I'm glad you're all here. Again, Wednesday always surprises me. I don't know why, but I wake up Wednesday and go, oh my God, it's Hub Day or Hump Day. Hi, Kathy. You excited for those Lions? I'm sorry that my Bills lost, but they didn't play well. They didn't play well. So I'm inspired once again by Kathy and Colleen. I knew where you were, where that game was going on. I thought about you. Very exciting. They are making Colleen's making, yeah. Hi, and Nina. Nina. And Nina. Good to see you. They were making Colleen, and I guess it's out of a book that she has. And I started to write down the steps because I kind of joined the party late because I wasn't sure I wanted to do it. And then I did the prompt. I wasn't inspired, but I did it. But now I'm getting a nice collection of envelopes. Point Roberts. That's okay. That's it. Thank you, Marguerite. It's Point Roberts. I knew it had Roberts in its name. I thought that was an interesting little unknown fact, and now people, and they were saying that, people have to drive. Yeah, it was really weird. Back to my inspiration for today, if you want to, or my attempt. Colleen is working on an art piece, a mixed media art piece on a thin, like wooden pallet, the thing where you stick your thumb in type of pallet type of thing. Oh, well, I'm glad you subscribed. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for doing that. And I think Kathy's following the same kind of steps, but she's doing it in a mixed media art journal book. I think it's the Dilution ones, the pretty big one with the heavy paper, because I've got one of those too. And I was thinking, hi, Gail. It looked like a lot of fun. And probably a couple of years ago, I walked into a little thrift store and I bought a couple of LP records. And they didn't have the covers on them. They were just in a paper. Yeah, okay, in your art journal. That's what I thought. And one used to be able to cross the border without ID. The gas is cheaper, right? And so I found them, and this is as far as I've gotten. So I have painted it with gesso, and this is Music Treasures of the World, Rachmaninoff, Concerto No. 2 in C minor for piano and orchestra. I would have no way of playing this, so I've gessoed that. And Colleen had a cute little lady, kind of quirky little girl on hers. And I'm going to get it because this is so not me. I bought many years ago. Please. Several years ago at TJ Maxx, I had a gift certificate and I bought this book. And it just, with the pictures were so quirky. And it's so not me. But I love these pictures. And I started copying them. And I'm not into fashion, but there was something about the line drawings. I mean, I just love them. I mean, look at this. With a horse head. I mean, they're just awesome. And so I have a little sketchbook somewhere where I just started copying many of these illustrations that, like this, just the lines of this blew me away. And this is so not me, but there was something about it. Anyway, there's a piece in here. I mean, look at these. They're so cool. And this is like contour drawings. Yeah, exactly. Contour drawings. But look at this one. Look at her face. Look at the lines. And look at her. I mean, is this not the coolest thing? Ink and colored pencils on paper, spring 2002. Yeah. And I haven't been in this book forever. And I don't even know where the sketchbook is, where I was kind of practicing or copying, but just the colors, the simplicity. I mean, look at this. But anyway, there's a face in here. I mean, look at this chick. Is that not cool? XOX Betsy. Yeah, I wouldn't want to. Peace on your earth. I love that. And look at this. Hey, thighs, knee, highs, stocking, sock it to me. This is just so bold, right? Hi, Pam. So there was an illustration in here that I wanted to use, and I scanned it and I cut it out. I must be really into fussy cutting because I've been doing a lot of it lately. And this is it. But anyway, this book is Fashion by Fashion Laird, illustrated designers, Varelli. And you can see it was beat up even when I bought it. I think I got it for, I don't know, $5. And it's a Chronicle books. And it is from 2008. So it's a little old. Yeah, I know. There's just something about them. And the whole book is like that. Just all interesting stuff. Anyway, so this is, I digress. But I thought I'd show you where this came from. So this is the quirky character that I kind of fell in love with. And here she is. And I think that she's going to look beautiful on this LP after I do the whole background. And I think I'm probably going to do maybe some city kind of stuff, maybe I'm thinking about throwing in a little piece of fabric. I printed this out on cream colored printer paper. And I find that that's a really cool thing to print stuff out, especially if you're printing out labels or things that you want to look a little bit aged instead of using white printer paper. I bought a ream of cream colored paper, and it's just the same weight as like regular printer paper. It's not heavy at all, but it kind of gives you that little kind of color. And I attempted to sketch her, and I tore up the paper sleeve. I tore up the paper sleeve that the record came in, and I figured I would print on that and then glue that down as part of the ephemera. Oh, there it is, sketch. I don't know what I did with it. Is it here? Yeah, here. I kind of scribbled her a little bit too. So I kind of messed around with her a little bit. So I'm going to do some printing and then some gluing and some chatting. And we'll take it from there. I came across some other neat ephemera, fake ephemera. And I thought that this lady was pretty cool too. Very nouveau. Dorothy Van Gorder presents An Evening of Dance. And I thought that was, I just love the lines here. Isn't that cool? The way this, just the moves and the butt and the boob, the butt and the boob. Nice lines. Yeah, I mean, literally, if you look at her, you could add, if you added a couple of gears here and there, you could turn her so steampunky, like in the blink of an eye, she could turn into steampunky. I was kind of thinking of that, but I just kind of like her the way she is. And the fact that if you look really closely, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 little faces alongside of her face. And I love the way her eyes are all kind of messed up. It looks like she's had a hard night. And so and then I also bought some of this a while ago. You know, it's amazing when you start rummaging through stuff. I could definitely shop my stuff without a problem. I could shop forever. All I'd have to do is, I mean, it's all there. Yeah. Yeah, isn't it? I also bought some of this. And I thought some of Dina Wakley's collage papers would look good on this too, also. So I have some of this I can tear up and use. And so you get 2 designs of each. Adult use only. I don't know what that means. Made in Taiwan. So you got it kind of got like a negative type of thing. That might work in the background. So there's 20 sheets in each pack. And I don't know what I paid for them. Not a clue. Probably got them at Maddie's. And then I came across some of these prescriptions from, well, 2/23/31, 1931, I think. Wow. Can you imagine that? This is from Mrs. Ford. Yeah. I think I got these from Johnny. And oh my God, the guy's phone number is 210. There you go. But those are kind of cool. And they're in pencil. Isn't that interesting? They could be easily altered. All these scripts are written in pen. So, well, that's in pen. Anyway, I've got some of those. So it's fun to go through. Oh, hi, Deb. Now, Deb is, I think you're still in Cancun. Yep, she is, because she's got hearts waving and a couple of palm trees. So that means she's still in Cancun, but she had a rough beginning. It was so, it's almost unbelievable to describe her beginnings. On their way there, hi Kimberly. Um, they had an earthquake disrupted their travel plans, right? Gesso collage, draw pictures, roll paint onto the collage with brayer. There's my, so I think they had a big earthquake. Yes, thank you, Christopher, for the reminder. Please, everybody give me the finger. The thumb. I'm going to print some, I'm going to print text on that. What did I do with it? I had it there. What the hell am I doing? I was going through all of my stamps and looking for print. And this is what I'd also recommended for the gals to do, is to print on tissue paper. And I don't know whether Kathy remembers this, but she was using this yellow, I think this is kind of like a draftsman tracing paper, but it's yellow tracing paper. And I bought a roll of it. And it's kind of cool. Again, it's a little bit different than the stark white tracing paper. Deb said everyone's good. Now, is your son-in-law feeling better, I hope? And I hope that your husband didn't get what the son-in-law had because they were sharing a room. I think that's what you said. Do you remember this, Kathy? I'm pretty sure it came from you. Yeah, but it's nice stuff. Yep. It's very nice stuff. And again, I like doing tracing paper or napkins because when you glue it down, it becomes transparent. Not as transparent like as a napkin type of thing. You like just to doodle on it. Yeah, it's good stuff. But I've had that for a while. So let's do some stamping. Let me get something soft to stamp on instead of the glass. Let's do maybe a little cutting board. And I was just going to do some text. This one is well used. I've been trying to organize my stamps. I put them in these plastic things. And then, hi, Dar. And then stamp it out so I can see what they look like stamped out. I cannot resist buying a good stamp. I'm a sucker for a good stamp. I really am. I love stamps. Clear, foamy stamps. I have a very, very small collection of foamy stamps. I'm never sure how to use them. I mean, I know how to stamp. I'm never sure how to clean them, and I'm always afraid I'm going to mess them up. But I've watched enough people use them that they seem pretty indestructible. They seem like they can take a lot of abuse. Hi, Safia. Good to see you. And then I have some foamy stamps that you only can use them if you're jelly plating. Meaning that the numbers are backwards unless you jelly plate with them. If you just to use them as a straight up stamp, the numbers are going to be backwards. And I couldn't figure out. I kept on looking at them and stamping with them, and they kept on coming out. I made my first attempt at rusting paper today. Oh, okay, very cool. I have rusted paper before. I mean, I have a gear die cut, and I've die cut gears and made them look like rust using. I had it was like a 3-part little kit where you put, 3 different things on it, and then it became very rusty. But it all dried up, and I don't have it anymore. Oh, look at that. That's perfect. Look at there. Looky there. All righty. I like that. Okay. That'll go over there. Let's get out another piece of text. Yeah, I also have a stencil. Hi, Nettie, with text on it, but it never comes out clear. It always seems to bleed underneath. So here's a little bit of text here. That's this one here. So we'll pull some text out of here. Use the field notes. And let's see. We got a little text here. We can use that. And we might as well use this here for now. If we can get those all on here. They all fit. Yep, they will. All right. I hate it when the stamps no longer stick to this thing. Then you got to put a little glue on them. Well, Kathy, I've joined the Forest Club. My Forest book arrives tomorrow. Hi, Rosemary. Good to see you. I am so looking forward to working in that. I have hundreds of cutout pictures, and I've got all those sticker books. So I'm looking forward to digging into that. A bunch of ladies, I think there's 13. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah. There's 13 people that have this book. I think it's just called Forests, and it's all these beautiful color photographs of forests from all around the world. And Dee Dee did it on her stream, and she just started using the little, collage people in those collage books. It's a publication. And then she didn't use, how she alters, abandoned places and books like that. And this book is just pictures of forests. And she decided that she was going to alter the pages, but only use collage cutout pictures. No paint. Nothing fancy. She wasn't painting out anything. She was just adding to. And some of them are just hysterical. They're really funny. Ooh, I like that. I'll tear these up and stick those on the thingy. All righty. I should really put these away. Otherwise, it's just simple, easy, fun. I have the original kind of collage, books. And then I have a couple of different ones. And I think I'm the only one that has the Edward Gorey sticker book. Yeah. Now, when I ordered my book from Amazon, everyone was saying it was taking forever to get it. Well, I ordered mine Tuesday during Colleen's stream. They said they only had 3 left, and I get it tomorrow. So I thought that was pretty fast, 2-day delivery. So I can't be angry at that. Now, I bought it new. I didn't buy it used. So it's a little pricey, but I think it'll be fun to work in. All right, given all the pictures that I have that I can tap into. All righty, let's do just a couple of these. This is another real favorite stamp set. I was enabled by Colleen, the author. Well, let's see, the author. Let's go to Amazon-y real quick. And I can tell you in a second here. orders. The author of the book is it's Forests from the Amazon rainforest to the Siberian taiga, Wonders of Our Planet. It doesn't really have an author. And it arrives tomorrow. Let's see, maybe it does. Kieran Conley. This is a guy that Dee Dee's has a whole bunch of his books. Yeah. Kieron Conley. Kieran Conley. And it came out, the book was published in August of 2022. It says there's only 3 left. So they lied because there should only be 2 left. Oh, I wonder. Is that's the same photographer? That's who I thought that was the case. I thought it was the same guy. I know Dee Dee has really, she has shared with him all of the things that she has done with his abandoned books. And from my understanding, he is absolutely thrilled. He was probably surprised that nobody's ever thought to do that with this stuff before. It's so inventive. Well, it's so Dee Dee. Well, that wasn't smart. I just don't have enough guts to try that. Thank you, AmpX. There's the link. Thank you so much. I can get one more on there. I did try to practice doing the abandoned book thing on a, I don't want to get all inky, like a double page spread in a National Geographic, because I figured that would be, if you didn't want to tackle like a book like that, you could practice on like a National Geographic type of layout. All right, I'll stick you there. And we'll stick, I guess you're going there. Just was complaining about them falling off, huh? All right, I'm going to tear those up. That's enough. Let's start gluing stuff down. So if you didn't want to go full-blown abandoned book, you could get it like a National Geographic or a travel magazine and alter those pictures. I thought that would be a good way to practice, because I haven't done that either. I have great ideas and then I never do them. All right, let's glue some stuff down. I'll put this over here. Oh, here's another set of stamps I bought. Aren't these adorable? The steampunky die. And then you can take these and you can stamp them so that you can build with the different pipes. And you can add them all on because they all have different connectors. I haven't even used them yet. Stamperia. Okay, let's glue some stuff down. Let's get this out of the way. Get out some glue. Let's start gluing some stuff down. Tear stuff up. Okay, let's tear this up and glue some stuff. I know, isn't that's one of my favorite Timmy collections, because they have a little bit of everything. They got the X's and the O's and the scribbles, and yeah, it's a super collection. Now, I don't know. Wet, dry. I think I'm going to use wet because because the substrate, and I have this. I don't have much of it left, but it's fluid matte medium, and you can use it for lighter weight stuff, but that's not really, let's see what I got in here. Actually, I have none. Okay. Okay, we'll forget that. Stick that over here. I do have this. I'll use this Liquitex. I usually don't buy the expensive stuff. Okay, I hate to say this, but according to UKM, it's one of 10 books called Wonders of Our Planet. Yeah, and this one's forests. I recognize the cover from what everyone has. I'm hoping it's the right one, but I think this one's named Forests, and then there's others about the ocean, I think. Hi, Allie. But you can double check. I could be wrong, but I think that he's got one on the oceans, and this one's on forest, and then he's got all the abandoned ones. All right. I'm surprised that you can't buy his stuff internationally. I'm just doing a mixed media piece inspired by Colleen and Kathy Berg, and Colleen was inspired by another artist, and I'm using an LP as the substrate. All I've done is gesso it, and there's always the possibility that when it's all said and done, I can turn it into a clock. Most are by other people. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. And you should go, if you have some time, you should go back and look at the several streams where Dee Dee uses it and Colleen uses it, where they're just adding, images to it. And I think a lot of the images are coming out of I think a lot of them are coming out of this original Extraordinary Things to Cut Up and Collage book. And because you can put an astronaut in the middle of the rainforest or something like that, This one's well loved. Well loved. Yeah, this would, if it comes out, it would be really cute. You can buy one of those little watch. Yeah, the collaging, yes. The Band of Merry Gluers. There's a lot of us out there. Because I didn't even know what I'd never heard of collage, ever. Until I stumbled upon Caged Fish. She's the one. She's the first person I ever saw cut up a magazine. And it blew me away. I said, "You can do that? Oh my God." And I've said to this many times on this channel that I've never looked at a magazine the same way since. When I look at a magazine, I look at what I can cut up out of it. I subscribe to magazines just for the purpose of cutting them up. That's why I get Vogue magazine. I am definitely not a fashionista. Die, yep. I never really knew her. I mean, she kind of disappeared, but she's back into it now. And I know Die, yeah. And then there's, I personally, people can argue with me. I think there's a difference between collage and cutting and gluing. But I could be, I think sometimes people use collage can mean cutting out and gluing. But there's I think other pieces of collage can be more thoughtful in their layout. I subscribe to Collage Magazine. It's spelled KOLJAI. Yes, I knew her last name began with an F. Yours too? Isn't that interesting? That is fascinating. That we each have different people of our point of, being exposed to an art form. I really like the color of this album cover. And the other person also that I learned so much was from, I always forget her name. I don't know why I have a block against this woman. Another woman who I learned so much from. I was even a moderator for her for a while. Oh my God. She moved to Costa Rica. Matisse, yes. Yeah, I have no, not Cage Fish. She moved to Costa Rica. Jenkins is her last name. Why I can never remember her first name. She does a lot of altered books. And she does a lot of neat stuff. Oh my God. See, I don't like, no, I'll do that anyway. Thank you. Lori Marie, thank you, Becky. I don't know why I have this block. I have some big pieces that I've done, inspired by her. And she was the first that I learned the most about layering from her, with the underpants. This is underpants, and you layer. Hi, Leslie. Layer after layer, you build up, and she called them underpants. And the funny story is that when she started to refer to this underlayment as underpants, YouTube censored her. And she wasn't allowed to say the word underpants. And when she was doing her tutorials, she would literally have underpants written on a card, and she would hold up the card to the camera, and she wouldn't say it, but it would be written out as underpants. She was great. I mean, I'm sure she still is. And then she and her husband, Rob, and I think he's an artist also, but I think he's like big stuff. They packed up everything and they moved to Costa Rica. And that's a gutsy thing to do. I mean, I understand. Should I use that? Nah, what the heck? It's a little piece of my artwork. It's going to get buried anyway. A woodworker, yeah. Yes. You know what she uses? And I actually have a little book of hers and what she uses. And it's great when I'm thinking of your mom, Mariah, when she's making her accordion thing, the substrate that Lori Marie used a lot, or the wine cases, the wine cases inserts, or the inserts from a case of liquor. That cardboard is great as a substrate. And what the heck? We'll put this down. And then we made this little book, and then we put it together with the Coptic stitch. No. All right. This is made out, I have to show this to you. I have to. This is made out of the cardboard from wine cases. And this is the duct tape that I put, washers and things, and then covered it, and then I, squished it all out. And then each one of these is a piece of art. And this was a whole series that we did. Flying pigs. And then we decorated them. And she provided the images. I love this little book. And this was like, a little insert here. And there's some lipstick and fish. This came out so cool. So we practiced textures and stenciling. And these are pictures. This is a model out of Vogue. These are my own cutout pictures from various magazines. This is my favorite lady, my steampunk lady. I have her in a lot of things. Got some, we did, gold. Whoa, that's really stuck. Whoa, I love it. Again, these are pictures that I know. I love it when the pages are stuck together. I really kind of like that myself. We practice doodling, and this is just so textury. Oh, there's a little doggy that I've showed that to you. I did, it was an exercise where you painted as many of these on index cards as you could, like in 3 minutes. And I have a whole mural. I have a whole frame of them, but that's one of them. I miss her too. And then the back thing was, you built this and this opens. And yeah, I miss her altered books too. But that's the little thing we made. Oh, we must have made this. Hi, Annika. Once again, it's not dated. Isn't that too bad? It's not dated. And this is the first time I ever did the Coptic stitch. And it's amazing that it's held together all these years. But I have no idea when I made this. But this is the wine bottle inserts. And I saved them. Now I have, my Tito's. But that's a great substrate, because it's no, I didn't. I wasn't streaming then, Mariah. No. So there's nothing. it would be worth doing something like that again, I think. That may not be a bad idea, but no, she kind of provided a lot of the images, but basically each page was like a little subtext on it. No, okay, this is how you're going to add texture. This is, add gold leaf, or, add marks, or add whatever. Each one was like a little extra thing that you could add, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what it was. I remember that Lizzie Brewer did at least one of these type of book covers. Yeah, I've done that. Well, I did that type of book cover, and that was from Rosemarie. She had an industrial caboodle kit that I didn't buy the kit because I had a lot of the stuff, but I followed along. And again, that's a piece of that duct, DUCT tape. And then you put stuff underneath, and then and then this is Van Dyke Brown paint just rubbed over the top of it. And this is just all steampunky kind of stuff. And yeah. And this was Rosemarie's, and then you opened it. Let me see. This was again a manila folder. So then you opened it this way. So when I opened it, this inside was basically a family album. These are all pictures of my relatives. And that was on the inside. And then this was a little elevator that was supposed to work. And then that was the inside. And then you opened it to this. So it kind of was like an accordion type of thing, really, right? Whoops. But that was a lot of fun. And again, it's the travel journal type of the Midori type of thing. So I guess the pages, yeah, I can take the pages out. And there was a lot of stuff. This opens. There was a lot of, stuff that worked. I mean, opened and closed like so. And this kind of, and there's that packaging stuff. So that's that one, inspired by Rosemarie. But I like that where you put stuff down and cover it with the duct tape, DUCT. Yeah, that's a fun thing to do. We can do that again. Yeah. Let's see if I can throw some more underpants down. I hope many of you are enjoying warmer weather, because it is, I hate to say it, I really do. I really shouldn't say it, but it's warm here, bordering on hot. It's supposed to be 81 here tomorrow. It's 65. Well, that's nice. 65 is nice, isn't it? Yeah, Rosemary's kits are awesome. I wish I could finish them. I bought Rosemary's encaustic kit, and it's still in the box. I want to do it. Almost 40. Well, that would would be really, especially this time of year, right? The end of January, to be 40 degrees would be like spring break, I would think, right? All right, now how about some tissue paper? Let's get some Diane Reevely. Let's see what we got here. You got 27 inches of snow. Yeah, sounds like Buffalo. I've told you my Buffalo snow story many times. Christmas time, my neighbor across the street would put a life-size like reindeer out on his front porch, on his front lawn, with one of those like wire ones that would light up. But it was life-size, and it would light up. And by February, all you could see was his ears. That's how much snow was in his front yard, in all of our yards. All you could see were the two little ears of this reindeer. And when I was shoveling in the driveway, I would be shoveling the snow up over my head. Yeah, I don't know who can, I don't know really who could match Buffalo, honestly. But again, it all depends where you are, because they have what's, whoops, you can't even see that. They have, well, anybody that lives on the Great Lakes, hi Angie, are susceptible to the lake effect snow. And it's how the band's set up. You could literally have 30 inches snow in Orchard Park, which is where the Rich Stadium, where the Buffalo Bills Stadium is. And 10 miles south of that, you could have a dusting. And then the wind shifts, and then the snow band's set up again. So it's just depending on how the winds blow. But we would have, again, they would not really cancel school for the amount of snow, but they would cancel school if there was wind. So if it would be a visibility issue. How do you like? Oh, I like her, huh? What do you think? I don't know. Oh, let's do these together. See those together? Wow. Oh, they were actually together. I don't know why I couldn't tear it. All right. Whoops. All right, this is the last thing I'm going to glue down, because you need to all go over to Becky's to see what trouble she's going to get you all into. Go as long as you want, or can as my left. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I got a couple more minutes then. I thought it was 12:59. It's 12:54. All right. I hate that when they decide to update. Why don't they do that at 2 o'clock in the morning when no one really gives a shit? Just saying. Just saying. Oh, that's nice. I can see. Oh, I'm glad we can see through that. Oh, that's cool. All righty. Oh my gosh. Oh, it probably won't take that long, Becky. It won't. They're lying. So when it's done in 15, you'll go, oh, that was good. bad time of the day. Yeah. That's well, this tissue paper does not want to tear, I'll tell you right now. It's pretty it wants to do its own thing. Can we do this here? Maybe right in here? I really love putting stuff down with the matte medium. This is kind of starting to look a little interesting. I'm going to have to start adding some, but that's only one layer. So we really need more than one layer. But what would I put on it? I mean, other than more, well, I got some of that music paper that I printed out for the, I'm going to make another one of those Hi, Devin. Devin's on at 2:30, folks. Just saying. And thank you, Devin. Devin was very kind to do a shout out for me at the end of Dee Dee's stream. And I so appreciate that, Devin. I wanted to thank you when you came in. So thank you for that. Oh, no. See, that's the one thing I liked about my Chromebook. There was never any updates. It automatically, I mean, it did it, you know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, the main, the I don't know if you're here, but the main lady is going to be her. And she's out of a fashion magazine, fashion publication that I found several years ago. And here's some of that music paper that I printed out on that tan paper. Well, I started to say I want to make some more of those folios, the flowery folios. And I found another. I cut out another one of those floral things, which was a bitch. Oh my God. But I thought these ladies would make a nice cover for a folio and add some fashiony things inside of that. So folio's fun. Okay. Thanks for being here, Mariah. Give my best to the fam. Okay, let's do this. A little music. Maybe put some over here. Yeah. Or maybe stick it over here on the side here, maybe. Oh, I know. It's gotta have stencils. I'm trying to think of, I'm going through my head all of the layery things, torn, this kind of stuff, and then stencils. Let's see, I have a twin size bed and have dropped my new foam 6 times since I got it. Stupid bed. Okay. If it makes you feel better to blame it on the bed, Angie, then blame it on the bed. Bye, Gail. Thanks for stopping by. It's always great seeing you. All right, so we got some music. Music. Do they still play music in elevators? I don't think so. Because I'm not in buildings that have elevators, but you remember Muzak? You would hear them playing the Beatles, Michelle, Mumbel in the elevators. Let's see. Stick that along the side. Let's not get carried away. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Let's see. All right. Oh my gosh, look at me. Dirtying 2 brushes instead of 1. How stupid. All right. So I'm going to say goodbye. But my next plan is to probably add some color, like probably maybe some acrylic ink splattered around, right? Then stencils. I wonder, could you use a jelly plate? I mean, put some stuff on the jelly plate and then put the jelly plate on this, and there isn't anyone stupid. Well, that's understandable. I think yeah, that makes sense. And I'm hoping he's healing up. His tibia is healing well. Is he still in a boot? Das Boot? Yeah. So all it is an LP that I gessoed. I gessoed the LP yesterday afternoon, and I've just started adding pictures. And again, I showed some fashion, the book. Thank you, Leah. And thank you again for everybody being here. I'm going to say so long. I'm going to try to get my hands clean so I can be presentable at the bridge table. So with that said, I will raise you. Oh, no, there's no raising. I will say 3 no Trump. All righty. Bye-bye.